That blood has to be slightly alkaline. Can't be acidotic or acid. You know what that do? Even the men from your batteries, acid, that eats some flesh up, right? Acid. It's not even good. Like it may taste good, you know, we get them sodas or something, but going down, it do something with our bodies, but our blood, we have buffers. So it won't make our blood become acidotic. The buffers there is three of them. Because it's going according to the Godhead. The Godhead is spirit, soul, and body. Okay? Now, going over to Genesis 2 and 4, and then we're going to go back up to 1.
Genesis 2 and 1.
Well, you know what? Let's just go at 1. 2 and 1.
Genesis 2 and 1. These are the origins of the heavens and of the earth when they were created.
Now stop right there, because Genesis, the first chapter, we just read the origins of heaven and earth. How it came in without form, just like how Yahweh in this pure spirit state was without form, how we are made without form. Now, it's telling us, read on.
In the day that Yahweh Elohim made the earth and the heavens.
Okay, now it's saying that these are the origins of the heavens and the earth when they were created in the day. Singular, right? We talked about that, but over in Genesis, it's going through all of these days, 1 through 7. And then you read on, you can even get all the way up to the 40th day. But that's slowing it down for Moses. But he's letting us know everything was created, even right now. Everything is going on within the realm of eternity, which is the day of Yahweh. They are the same thing, okay? And this is where we read Genesis, the 2nd chapter. Read on. Going down to the 4th verse for the time's sake.
And Yahweh Elohim formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
Stop right there for a second. Because we're talking about Adam again, right? Now you said how he made Adam in his likeness and image. He is male and female. Now this is Moses looking at Yahweh Elohim. He looking at this him. This man here that he see, and he describing him in the 24th chapter. He got a body, hands, feet, you know. Now he's seeing this man make this man here. From the dust of the earth. Breathe.
And man became a living soul.
Now I want you to stop right there, because man became a living soul. Over there in Thessalonians, when you get home, read the 5th chapter. Because it's telling you how he made man after the Godhead. Because the Godhead is spirit, soul, and body. Here you go. The soul, he got the body. That breath of life represents spirit, right? Nothing escapes the pattern. It's constant. Okay? Now I want let me have Malachi. Give me Malachi 3 and 6. Look as you can. Now the first bell. And then I want 1 Corinthians, give me 11 and 26.
Malachi 3 and 6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Now that's what I was talking about, how our blood system, those three buffers, that's pointing to their Godhead, spirit, soul, body, how Adam was made. That three, nothing escapes the pattern. Most holy place, quarter round about, okay? And then we have here blood, water, spirit. Over here, talking about those three. Yahweh, Elohim, and Yahshua, those three. So we are not consumed. Now, is spirit the same as man? Because see, we have, some people would think, because hey, Yahweh, this is a man, but this spiritual, this is the source. So far above the man. Then that natural man will say, oh, they the same. No, it's not. And we know that because the man did not make the creation. The spirit did, Yahweh did. The man can't do that. And man is subject to change.
That's right.
It should. Because we wrong. And this teaching even shows us, when you read and stuff, it shows you how Yahweh don't change. You got to hear. He don't have to, because he's never wrong.
That's right.
He is the truth. He's the source of truth. All right. Now I have something else.
Yeah, First Corinthians.
But you know what? Before you get that, hold that and give me Luke. Give me Luke 24 and 25. And I'll get on down.
Then he said unto them, O fools and slow of heart, to believe all that the prophets have spoken.
Now the reason why, it's a reason why he called them old fools and slow of heart. I said before how when that heart slow down, or we call it sinus bradycardia, that's the sign of death. Because over in Luke, the 23rd and 24th chapter is in detail. You can read about Yahshua's death, burial, and resurrection. Then after he resurrected and they sitting up there eating in the temple, he comes in the midst of them. He don't change. Just like he took Moses up in the midst of the cloud, talking about that tree in the midst of the garden. Our heart is in the midst of our body. He is lined up. We don't even have no excuse. You can't have no excuse. We have it, it's with us. He done showed it to us. So, and then they still didn't believe this was him. When he asking them why they said, and they like, what stranger are you that you didn't hear what happened to our Savior? He didn't die. And what hurt me was when my brother told me, like, he ain't here. He coming. Because that's the same thing they was telling Yahshua when he right in the midst of them, talking to him over here in Luke. Same thing. You mean to tell me the same thing is happening here in the kingdom? We didn't get here without the king. Same thing. Well, y'all went around with this. You disobedient with him. He had your man back here.
Right.
That's why the aim of this school is to, number one, is to find and know Yahweh as he really is and actually exists. Now go over there to the 36th verse.
And as they thus spake, Joshua himself stood in the midst of them and said unto them, Peace be unto you.
Now stop right there, because that's the midst of them. And they didn't know him. You all have 1 Corinthians 11 and 26. If somebody get down, hold that. Well, all right, read it. But it's good to read from 20 on down. Read on.
26. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show Yahshua's death till he comes.
So you see what I'm saying? They eating up there in that temple. They eating that bread and drinking of that cup. They doing that now. Passovers and going on. Talking about Lord's Suppers. You showing forth his death until he comes. It's everywhere in the scriptures. He died. It's witnesses to him dying on that cross. And resurrected. Can't forget that. Because he is the resurrection. And with that, I'd like to say hallelujah.
I enjoyed the first speaker. Very important. And, but before we get started, I do want to say and I was really encouraged by what the last speaker talked about in getting into this physical body and showing how everything is going according to that pattern. You follow what I'm saying? And I just want to continue. We're going to go to the scripture lesson, but I want to continue with something that she started. Go over to Genesis 1:1 again. She made a comment, and we're going to try to bring this out and illustrate it for you to show you the validity of what she's saying.
Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And the earth became, or the earth was without form and void.
Okay, now it says in the beginning. See, so in reality, what you're reading about is the beginning of Moses' vision. Let me explain to you what I'm talking about. Now, after they came up out of the land of Egypt, see, they gathered around this mountain. And see, and Yahweh told them, this is over there in the 24th chapter of Exodus. He said, now, let's get that. Hold what you got. And somebody get Exodus 24:1, right quick.
Exodus 24. And he said unto Moses, come up unto Yahweh, thou and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship still far off. Okay, so now you can see, because these people are gathered at the foot of Mount Sinai, and you can read in the, 19th and the 20th chapter of Exodus, where they gathered around, and he's speaking to them from the top of this mountain. This cloud which led them up out of the land of Egypt, that same cloud sat on top of Mount Sinai. And the scripture says that Mount Sinai was altogether on fire and smoke and thunderings and lightnings proceeded therefrom. They had to rope off this mountain so that no one touched this mountain. Because Yahweh said that if they even touched it, they would be thrust through with the fire of God. Now he's saying to Moses, start that over again. Exodus 24:1. And he said unto Moses, really? Come up unto Yahweh, thou and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. Now that's illustrated right here on your chart. See, come up, Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. So now that's letting you know that these 73 people are not going up into the top of that mountain. Read. And Moses alone shall come near Yahweh. Now Moses alone is going to come near Yahweh. So now Moses alone is going to go up into the midst of this cloud. Read. But they shall not come nigh. neither shall the people go up with him.
Read.
And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which Yahweh hath said will we do. And Moses wrote all the words of Yahweh and rose up early in the morning.
Okay, that's good enough. That's the point I wanted to make now. Now get to 9 and 10, then we're going back to Genesis.
Exodus 24:9. Then went up Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel.
Read.
And they saw the Elohim of Israel. And there was under his feet, as it were, a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were, the kind of heaven in its clearness.
Okay, so now he got a body. See, read.
And upon the nobles of the children of Israel, he laid not his hand. Also they saw Elohim and did eat and drink. And Yahweh said unto Moses.
So now, the point I wanted to make right here, see now he's got a body, he's got feet, and he's got hands. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what they're seeing. But now we want to go back to Genesis. We're started 1:1 again.
Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth.
Okay, now in the beginning, and what Moses is talking about is really in the beginning of his vision. Because we remember we read that Moses alone was going to come near Yahweh. You understand? So the rest of them people, them 73 people, they couldn't go no further than the plateau. They just saw something. And the scriptures even bear that out. It said you just heard a voice and you saw no similitude. Or in other words, you didn't understand what you saw, right? You see what I'm saying? See that now Moses alone came up there. It said now, it says in the beginning, see? Now see, this is the one that they saw. This was the Elohim of Israel. And it tells you clearly in the 24th chapter of Exodus that is what they saw. Right. You understand what I'm saying? See, and he's telling you in the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. Read on.
And the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep.
And darkness was upon the face of the deep. Now, I wanted to get that for a reason, because last week I pointed out that the Exodus was before the Genesis. Right. You understand what I'm saying? See, so now what has to happen? See, really the creation, as it's being shown to Moses, has to reflect the migration of the children of Israel. See, now what am I talking about? See, back here, see, before they come out of the land of Egypt, now darkness was upon the face of the earth. They had a period of Stygian black darkness. That was not no normal darkness. That was darkness which could be felt. You understand what I'm saying? See, so this was the state and condition of Israel. See, and they're coming out of here following a phenomenal cloud. Read on.
And the spirit of Elohim moved upon the face of the water.
Now the spirit of Elohim moved upon the face of the waters. Now watch. They have to take a 3-day journey to and through the divided waters of the Red Sea. Now the spirit of Elohim is going to have to move upon the face of the waters. What am I talking about? The Red Sea has to be divided. You understand? In order for the people to come through. You understand what I'm saying? So it's got to be talking about some waters and him moving upon the face of the waters. Read.
And Elohim said, let there be light, and there was light.
Now watch. This same cloud that the children of Israel were following. See, and it was a pillar of a cloud by day to them. There was a pillar of fire by night. So they had continual light. This same light removed, see, from in front of the children of Israel and came between them and the Egyptians who were pursuing after them. Because Pharaoh's heart was hardened again, like he had told Moses he was going to do to him. You understand? And he had pursued them after he had already told them they could go. You understand what I'm saying? See, so this same cloud came between the Egyptians and the children of Israel. It was light to the children of Israel, and it was darkness to the Egyptians. You understand? Same cloud. What no two different clouds. It's Yahweh. You see what I'm saying? Because it's purpose. Read.
And Elohim saw that the light, that it was good.
Mhm.
And Elohim divided between the light and between the darkness.
Now he divided between the light and the darkness. See? Now he's moving on them waters. Matter of fact, not only is he moving on them waters, he's moving. See, and it separated the Red Sea in such a fashion that the children of Israel were able to go through on dry ground, not mud. You understand what I'm saying? See, dry ground. You follow what I'm talking about? See, but now see, he is the one dividing the light from the darkness. I'm talking about in the migrating. Now this is before Moses sees
Day and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
Now, this is the first day of Moses' vision. Now, we know that that's the first day of Moses' vision because we also read over there in Genesis, see, these are the generations and the origins of the heavens and the earth in the day which Yahweh Elohim made the heavens and the earth. He made them in the day of eternity. Now that ain't got no, you ain't got no clock on that. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because see, that was made during the time when it wasn't no sun. You understand what I'm saying? Moses didn't see a SUN until the fourth day. So in order to have days as we know it, you have to have a rising and a setting of the sun. So if there's no rising and a setting of the sun, you can't number that. You understand? You see what I'm saying? See, let me show you what I'm talking about. Give me, I believe that's Genesis 4 and about 2, I think.
Genesis 4 and 2. And she again bare his brother Abel.
No, start at 4 and 1.
And the man knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived.
No, I'm sorry. I asked for the wrong chapter. That's 5 and 2.
Genesis 5:2. Male and female created them and blessed them and called their name Adam. In the day,
Read it.
and called their name Adam in the day when they were created.
No, start at 5 and 1. I'm sorry.
This is Genesis 5:1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that Elohim created man, in the likeness of Elohim made he him. Male and female created he them and blessed them and called their name Adam.
Now you see, there's a day singular there. It's not an S on it. And there's not a number on it. You see what I'm saying? It's not like the first day, the fourth day, the sixth day, or nothing like that. It's day singular. You see what I'm saying? See, so now what that's letting you know is that Adam is created before actual time as we know it begins. Because time itself does not end or does not begin until the setting of the sun. Right. You don't see no setting of the sun until after the transgression, right, see, that's in the garden. And when the man is drove out in the cool of the day.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? See, so this darkness had to be coming on, but that man is coming down out of the garden. You understand? You see what I'm saying? See, now we were reading in the 15th chapter of 1 Corinthians. See, now this one was the first man out. And see, and the one that comes, how about Joshua? See, now this is the second man out. See, so now when the life is going out of him, you're going to have to see the sun. You see what I'm saying? The S-U-N, which is a reflection of him. See, it has to go down from the 6th to the 9th hour. You understand what I'm saying? See, I got to tie this up right quick because we want to get to the 45th chapter of Isaiah and show some parallels here. Give me, we was reading Malachi 3 and 6. Give me Malachi 4 and about 2, 4 and start at 4 and 1.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. Malachi 4.
Yeah, okay.
And all the proud, and all that do wicked shall be stubbled, and the day that cometh shall burn them up. That Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, but unto you that revere my name.
That's what I wanted. Unto you that revere my name, read.
Shall the sun, that's S-U-N, of righteousness, arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as cows of the stall.
Now it says the son of righteousness. See, and that big ball of fire in the sky don't have no righteousness or no evil in it. You know what I mean? That's an object. See, but now it's showing you that the S-U-N and the S-O-N, there's a definite correlation. If the son of Yahweh, talk about Adam now, and the scripture do say that he was the son of Yahweh. So now if he's going down, see, the S-U-N must be going down. So when the sun, the life is leaving this sun, then the sun has to turn dark. You understand what I'm saying? See, but I want to get the contrast between, you know, the light and the darkness here. I want to pick up that 45th chapter of Isaiah.
Isaiah 45. That said Yahweh to his anointed, Cyrus.
Now look, it said, thus said Yahweh to his anointed, Cyrus. And just because somebody is Yahweh's anointed, don't mean that that's in righteousness. You follow? You understand what I'm talking about? See, because he also said about Satan, he said, thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. You understand what I'm saying? But see, now he's going to use this man, Cyrus, for a purpose. Now he's talking about this man. This is almost 100 years or maybe even over 100 years before this man is born. You understand what I'm talking about? And Cyrus is going to go on to become the king of Persia. You understand what I'm saying? See, now the Babylonians had took the children of Israel into captivity, but it was under the Persians that they were released to go back to Jerusalem. So now Cyrus is going to play an integral part in that. You understand, Fareed?
Anointed to Cyrus, whose right hand I have strengthened to subdue nations before him. And I will loose the loins of kings, so open before him the two gates, and the gates shall not be shut.
See, now Babylon was conquered not by an enemy nation to come in with an army or anything like that, because Babylon was one of the most fortified cities on the face of this earth. The wall that was around Babylon was quiet enough for them to have chariot races. So it wasn't no such thing that you was gonna preach. You understand? You understand what I'm talking about? See, but read.
I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight.
Read.
I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron, and I will give thee the dark and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, Yahweh, which called thee by thy name, am the Elohim of Israel. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me.
Read.
I am Yahweh, and there is none else.
I want you to go back there, because you might have read over there. I want you to read over there. I'm not sure what verse it is, where it talks about he's going to open to him 2 lead gates.
Other pieces of the gate,
The 2 lead gates.
the gates, thus said Yahweh to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have strengthened, to subdue nations before him, and I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the 2 lead gates.
Now that's what I wanted. Now that was the gate of Ishtar. Now that led to the 2 lead gates that he's talking about. That was the gate that led to the city of Babylon. You understand what I'm talking about? See, so that gate had to be open. See, and it was the Medes and the Persians, see, which conquered Babylon, not from without, but from within. You understand? See, because that was what Babylon did. Now, not only did they take, the children of Israel captive, they took captive a whole lot of people from other nations within that country. So they had their own enemies right amongst them. You understand what I'm saying? See, so they didn't have to have no army to come in and overthrow them, because that wasn't possible. You see what I'm saying? But read.
And the gate shall not be shut.
Mm-hmm.
Pronounce it first.
Yeah.
I am Yahweh, and there is none else.
Wait, I am Yahweh and there is none else. Read.
There is no Elohim besides me.
Now there's no Elohim beside me. Now there's no other God that's doing anything. See, and don't give no credit to the devil neither. You understand? See, he said, I'm Yahweh and there is none else. Read.
There is no Elohim besides me.
Read.
I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
I girded thee, though thou hast. He's talking about this man before his birth. Read.
That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none besides me.
Mm-hmm.
I am Yahweh, and there is none else.
Read.
I form the light and create darkness.
Now he says, I form the light and I create darkness. You see what I'm saying? See, so darkness is something that he created. Read.
I make peace
I make peace
and create evil or punishment.
and I make peace and create evil or punishment. Mr. Trainer tried to clean it up and put punishments in there. But it's evil all the same. You follow what I'm talking about? See, just like from a natural standpoint, if you receive a punishment, I don't care if it's coming from your parent or whoever, if you know you did wrong. See, that's evil to you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it might be right for your parent to chastise you or something like that, but it sure ain't gonna feel good to you. You understand? You see what I'm saying? Now he's saying, now he creates the evil. You see what I'm saying? And he is the one who has always created the evil. He is the one that has always created his adversary. See, and he said about Pharaoh over here, before he delivered the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, he said, for this very cause have I raised thee up, so that I might show forth my handiwork over the land of Egypt. In other words, I've made you so that you think that you are a God, that you are a descendant of the sun. You understand what I'm saying? See, but in reality, you can't do nothing unless I let you. You understand what I'm saying? See, read.
peace and create evil punishments. I, Yahweh, do all these things.
Read on.
Drop down, ye heavens from above, and let the skies pour down righteousness. Let the earth open and let them bring forth salvation. And let righteousness spring up together. I, Yahweh, have created it. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Let the potsherd strive with potsherds of earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioneth it, what makest thou? For thy work. He hath no hands. Woe unto him that saith unto his father, what beggest thou? Or to the woman, what hast thou brought forth? Thus said Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel and his Maker. Will you ask me of things to come concerning my sons and concerning the work of my hands will command me? Yet I have made the earth and created man upon it. I even my hands have stretched out the heavens, and all their hosts have I commanded. I have raised him up in righteousness, and I will direct all his ways.
Now I'm gonna direct all his ways. Read.
He shall build my city, and he shall let go my captives.
Now he shall build my city, and he shall let go my captive. Now he's saying Cyrus is his anointed one. You see, he shall let go the captives. Now Cyrus is the one who let go the captives. Now he said that that was his anointed one. You understand? You see what I'm saying? Now he didn't say he was righteous, but he doing the will of Yahweh right on. You understand? You see what I'm saying? See, so Yahweh is the one that's directing this man's path. Just like he's the one, he's the one that's directing everything. You see what I'm saying? See, and it's Yahweh that's doing everything, for his own good pleasure. And there is a purpose to everything. And there's a pattern to everything. You see what I'm saying? See, and it's beautiful that the first speaker brought out, things about, your physical body, because see, your physical body is a witness that Yahweh did do these things back here. You see what I'm saying? You say, well, I don't believe the Red Sea was divided. Well, do you believe your kidneys are divided in your body? And don't they wash and purify your blood, and your blood is almost red? Now it's a Red Sea divided in you. You understand? You see what I'm saying? See, now you can't get no more witness than that. We already read it in Romans 1:19, say that which may be known of Yahweh is manifest in there. See, and that's the beautiful thing about this teaching is because you can really see something, when you see something about Yahweh as he really is and actually exists. See, the ultimate reality of that, if you see something about yourself and how you really are and actually exist. See, and you ain't gonna see yourself as all righteous either. You understand what I'm saying? Because the book do say, he say, I will cause thee to loathe thine own iniquity. You understand? See, somebody else's iniquity ain't hurt you. It's that's the hurt that you put on yourself. You see, I hope somebody got something out of what I had to say. This concludes our lecture for this class. We'd like to remind everyone that the Chicago Southside class holds free public lectures here at the Urban University Center, 9101 South Jeffrey, every Wednesday and Friday from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. and on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Everyone is invited to study with us. Other IDMR classes, the Chicago Northside branch, and also the Hazelcrest Boulevard branch. The school operates about 3 donations. Anyone who would like to make a donation, please see the treasurer, Dr. Tony Klein, or any other officer absence. At this time, let us have a doxology by Dr. Eric Butler, Sr. With, reminder. Now to him, that is there to keep you from falling. Next will set you forward for the presence of his glory, with exceeding joy to the only wise element, our Savior, through Yahshua, the Messiah, our Son, with all glory, majesty, dominion, and power, both now and before, now and ever. Let us all say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.